and sitting quietly on the principal's chair. That was Mr. P. Subramaniam. Mr. P. Subramaniam really did wonderful work here. Very peaceful, very quiet, very strong. He raised up the standard of the school and he did very well, which I am not able to describe. Now, I wish Mr. P. Subramaniam good luck, good health, happiness in retirement. Now next, Mr. Paul Devadasan, our next principal. The other day also he surprised me. So I'm quite scared of him. He will tell someone. But Mr. Paul Devadasan is a very good friend. He doesn't show himself as a principal. He shows as a friend. And I wish him all the success and all the greatness that he planned for this school. Now once again, I'd like to thank all of you for giving the opportunity to speak to you and listening to me. Thank you very much.
To address us, our head prefect.
Good morning to the principal, Mr. P. Subramaniam, teachers and fellow students. I wish to thank the organizing committee for giving me an opportunity to say a few words on behalf of the students. As all of us know, today is a history day for Methodist High School. The man whom we love and respected most, as well as being the one to bring up MHS to a high level of an achievement, is leaving us for a long, long vacation. We, students of Methodist High School, are sad today, but the memory of him will always be treasured in our hearts forever. On behalf of the students, I would like to thank you, sir, for your guidance in showing us the right path in our academic wise. I'm also taking this opportunity to thank, sir, on behalf of the Methodist High School Prefectorial Board for your moral support and your guidance towards our disciplinary problems in our Prefectorial Board. Lastly, before I end my speech, on behalf of the students of Methodist High School, I would like to wish all the best to you, sir. Thank you.
We shall now have a poem recital, first of all in Bahasa by Shamsul. Shamsul, please come on the stage.
Sajak ini ditulis oleh seorang pelajar dekat asli iaitu Mak Rafi yang telah diteliti oleh Cikgu Zubir dan Cikgu Zubir. Sajak ini kau bagai mentari yang menyinari seluruh kegelapan. Perjuanganmu adalah untuk membimbing anak-anak pribumi menjadi seorang insan yang mulia. Pemutuaku, sungguh banyak ilmu yang kau curahkan pada pelajar sekolah tinggi Methodist. Walaupun banyak rintangan yang kau hadapi, tapi kau tetap tabah menghadapinya. Jasamu akan kami sanjungi buat selama-lamanya. Walaupun kau tiada di sini, kami tetap iringi dengan doa. Semoga kau tetap mengorbankan segala kemajuan kau ini untuk kebaikan setiap anak-anak muda bagi anak muda di Indonesia ini. Walaupun kau tiada, kami tetap menghormati cikgu sebagai seorang pemimpin yang ulung bagi kami di NHS. Ya, terima kasih.
Thank you, Shamsul. That poem will be enshrined and presented to Mr. P. Subramaniam later. We now have a poem in English by Michelle Chiang. Michelle Chiang.
A very good morning to Principal Mr. Subramaniam, teachers and fellow friends. Here standing this wonderful morning, I would like to present a poem for you. Dear Sir, though your presence with us was short, we still acknowledge your sacrifice towards this school. What makes you give all your precious time away, or give a hand though it takes all day? Who can fathom the sacrificial love you have given to uphold this school? Dear Sir, here we part, for our roads must now divide, and down our own we must walk without you by our side. But your presence will always be felt here. Even though you're leaving, your memory will always remain here. Dear Sir, wherever you may be, you'll always be remembered as a good friend, bounded by our love forever, hidden in our mind. Thank you.
Thank you, Michelle. In calling upon Mr. Jamit Singh to say a few words. Mr. Jamit Singh. Tuan Pengerusi Majlis, Mr. and Mrs. P. Subramaniam, Mr. Paul Devadasan, respected teachers and students of NHS. Sungkai to Singapore. From a rubber estate in Sungkai, a boy was sent to Holly Hall, the hostel of ACS Ipoh. After his senior Cambridge examination, he joined the post-school certificate course. Here, he met many who became his lifelong friends. He was selected for the pioneer batch of students of the University of Malaya, established in Singapore, 1949, after countrywide interviews. After graduating with a BSc Honours degree in Mathematics and Physics, this young man completed his diploma in education. After his green years as a teacher, he turned mature and he became principal of Holy Methodist of Intan, then principal Methodist School Parit Bunta, and back as principal of his alma mater, ACS Ipoh. The Sungkai student of ACS was now at the helm of the Voyager. His academic and professional achievements are many. He has been setting and marking examiner for science subjects of the Ministry of Education. He has trained young men and women to be successful teachers. He was a very popular lecturer. Mr. Maniam was selected for a special course in the United Kingdom for the setting, marking and conduct of examinations. He has been chief invigilator and regional officer for various examinations. He was also selected in the final years for a super management course. Mr. Subramaniam went places for his valuable work. In Malaysia, at the Teachers' Conference in Manila, the Philippines. As an active office bearer of the Heads of Schools Conference, he helped, apart from other things, tame the Frog War. If you want to know what the Frog War is, come and see me after this. I'll give you the history. As a member of the Methodist Board of Education and as Assistant Secretary, he has helped in the education of youth. His social and community service is vast. He has been President and Office Bearer of the Rotary Clubs in Teluk Intan and in Ipoh, and many professionals come to him for his advice. I repeat, many professionals come to him for advice. He is chairman and office bearer on many church committees. He is the chairman for the 100th anniversary celebrations. Our prayer is, may he be a healthy centenarian. Mr. Subramanian is also an adult and unadulterated member of the juvenile court. I repeat, Mr. Subramanian is an adult and unadulterated member of the juvenile court. Apart from his social and community work, Mr. Subramanian's cultural contribution to society is immense. He is an accomplished actor. He was Macbeth and Jamit saying Macduff in 1949. Lay on, Macduff! No man or woman born shall harm me, he boasted. Despair thy charm, for I was from my mother's womb untimely ripped. Blasted Macduff. Macbeth's head was off with a Scottish sword. How that stage personality grew a new and better head has been a subject of study by local Shakespearean scholars. We are the Stratford on Inter. Apart from Shakespeare, Mr. Subramanian has immersed himself in musicals such as Brigadoon. He is a consummate director and producer of plays. I repeat, he is a consummate director and producer of plays. He is an electrician of wonderful voice and volcanic votes. Mr. Subramanian is a school cricketer. As a sportsman, he has been a member of the jury of appeal at various sports meets. Our friend is also a master mechanic. He has a great deal of experience in dismantling and reassembling motorcycles and improving their performance. He did his Kermahiran Hidup long before the Education Ministry thought about it. May his living skills be an inspiration to others. Mr. Subramanian has a fine family. Mrs. Subramanian, this charming lady, is his Minister for Home Affairs. She was our school office, Mrs. Esther Nalden's teacher. And Mrs. Subramanian's mother was a teacher at KMGS, Kesselring Methodist Girls' School. The name Mrs. Mutaya will ring a bell in many minds. 3 Australian children, Paul, not this Paul please, this is a big baby, Paul, Pune and Peter. This Dr. Peter has been an active person in the student politics of Australia, just as his father was in the University of Malaya. Mr. P. Subramanian was the Secretary General of the Pan-Malaysian Students' Federation, from father to son. Mr. Manian is a permanent non-resident of Australia, which he visits quite often. As principal at MHS Ipoh, Mr. Subramanian has made advances and recorded achievements. SRP, SPM and SDPM, with the cooperation of the teachers, he improved the overall results. For the first time in the history of MHS, 35 students were selected for universities and colleges in 1992. Give him a big hand for that. Both teachers and students. Counseling and vocational service, he helped teachers and students tremendously. Educational aid, he helped poor and needy students quietly graciously, without any fanfare. He modernized the office and made it an attractive executive center. We shall see new developments further under our new principalship. New courses, computer studies, we are now a registered Pitman's Examination Center. AAB, A-Levels, Arts and Science, we are also a registered examination center. LLB London Intermediate course, BSc Economics London University course starting in June this year. Another important point, recession and recovery. Mr. Subramanian rode through this recession with a firm hand on fiscal policy. The school has survived and is well on the way to great achievements and developments. With salaries, etc. on time, unlike many other private institutions, it is an achievement to be appreciated by all. New roadworks. The new roadworks are a symbol of development and progress for MHS. With the leadership of Mr. Paul Devadarsan and the cooperation of members of the staff, MHS Ipoh stands at the threshold of a new era. College status. Mr. Maniam has worked on the college status of MHS Ipoh. The baton for the development of MHS Ipoh into Methodist College Ipoh passes into the capable hands of Mr. Paul Devadarsan. Mr. P. Subramaniam, humble and humane, scholarly and studious, methodical and meticulous, caring and charitable. Mr. Subramaniam, we shall miss you. You're a friend of students and teachers with your faith in God and with your faith in man. May you be the visiting professor of physics at Methodist College, Ipoh, to keep in human touch with us. Give him a big hand for that. Ladies and gentlemen, there's one word that is universal. Ma, for mother. In Bahasa, Ma. In English, Ma. In India, Ma. In China, Ma. North, south, east, west, Ma. On the 5 continents, Ma. Universal mother, we cry, Ma. Dost janaha, dost janaha. The Bible says, he who is humble shall be elevated. In our hearts and minds and our souls, you are, Mr. Subramaniam, you are. Utang emas boleh dibayar, utang budi di hati kami senantiasa. Goodbye. God bless you. Adios, amigos. We dedicate the following song to you.
You
touch his feet. Very few have I seen. Today, I go forward to touch the feet of a great man. We now have great pleasure in calling upon our great friend, Mr. P. Subramanian, to address us. Mr. P. Subramanian.
Tuan Pengerusi Majlis, rakan-rakan sejawat, murid-murid sekolah. Terlebih dulu, saya ingin mengucapkan terima kasih kepada semua pihak yang telah berusaha untuk mengadakan majlis perpisahan ini. I thank you all for having organized this farewell ceremony for me. Many things have been said, many nice things, which I shall remember for the rest of my allowed life. I am very conscious that approximately 40 years have passed since I started in the teaching profession. Green behind the years, lacking experience and learning. Today, when I leave, I am still green behind the ears, lacking in experience, and still willing to learn. Regarding the visiting professorship, I think I must decline and disappear for a long time, so that that situation will soon forget the influence that I had over that school or association, and that the new influences and the new systems and methods will take root and grow. Many people have asked me, are you retiring on your own or have they kicked you out? I said to them, that's a good mathematical question. You work it out. I think for life and for growth, there has to be change. You change your ways from a primary school to a lower secondary school student, from a lower secondary school student to a fifth form student, and then the big change comes when you become a sixth former and then on to university. Each stage of it needs preparation, and change is inevitable. That's the only sure thing in life. They have also asked me, what will you do next? I told them that the survey of Ipoh town has not been done very properly. Maybe I could start doing some survey on my own. So if you find me walking somewhere with a ruler in hand or a tape in hand, remember that I'm gainfully occupied surveying. I have a debt of gratitude to give to all my friends who were my colleagues, not only in ACS Ipoh, in Methodist Secondary School Paritpunta, Holy Methodist Secondary School Taluintan, back again to ACS Ipoh, but here in Methodist High School, where I have found a great deal of goodwill, a great deal of cooperation, and a great deal of love, which has made the task of an administrator easier, not easy. The task of a teacher and an administrator is never easy. People say that the teacher finishes his work at 2 o'clock and goes home for a holiday. That is probably the greatest lie that can be said of teachers. Teachers never finish their work. They have a lot to do. Even if it is not academic work, they think about pupils. And children will realize the little scoldings that they get, the little advice that they get are for their own benefit, and that the teachers are concerned and care for you. This school, as Mr. Tara Singh has said, has gone through many phases. I am indebted to all of you teachers for having helped out in making this place tick. Without you, there is no school. There are certain areas which are administrative headaches and which the past principals, I and future principals will carry home as their homework. But these are a necessity, these are challenges, and these have to be met. I am especially grateful to those of you who led divisions of the school. The work that Mr. Jamit Singh puts in as senior assistant, Mr. Devadasan puts in as deputy, Mrs. Vakinathan puts in as head of science, Mr. Supaya puts in as, to each and every one of you, I want to express my debt of gratitude. There may have been times when we have not seen the same problem in the same way, but that is the very nature of life. To you students who have come here to MHS, I have